Great. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March the 19th, 2025. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ceree, one of the hosts of The Spiritual View. I am traveling right now, so I'm in a different place almost every time you see me right now. But anyway, we're going to talk today about how you manage the energies of this week. And we've had the astrology perspective. And if you didn't see our live on Monday, Dawn did a great job of explaining the energies of this week from an astrological perspective. And Marcia did a nice video, if you haven't seen it, on Monday of this week that went through every day of the week and what to expect from an energetic and from an astrology perspective. Jen talked yesterday about the Mercury retrograde, beginning of Aries season, and the spring equinox this week. So needless to say, there's a lot of energy. So I'm going to take a different take on it today. And for most of you, you know that I read Akashic Records, which are the digital records, if you will, of the soul and the soul's journey. And many of us have had many incarnations here on Earth and other places. And so I tap into the energies of the soul, and I am able to tap into past lives and pick up lives that were very important in different eras and how they actually impact you today. I was teaching a class last night and we got some great messages, and I'm going to share some messages of how do you navigate from the higher self in the higher spiritual realms this week of navigating the energies. I'm going to start first, though, by sharing something that happened really unexpected. And Dawn and Marcia and Jen have all said this week, pay attention to the small details. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. I've been seeing 444 everywhere. So I actually started out by saying, which archangel is with us? And of course, it popped out. Actually, the card flew out. No surprise to any of you. This is Archangel Michael. Yay! He's my bud. And so he is with all of us right now. He is providing strength, protection, and guidance. One of the messages that came out very strongly last night is we are all being subjected and bombarded by all these different energies coming at us. And they're disparate, they're divergent, they're polarizing. And our job is to feel the energy. And Jen pulled the grief card yesterday as well as the Nine of Swords. So there may be a lot of energies that you are feeling that are not comfortable. And so how do you feel and let the energies come through you and you can experience this energy around you, but how do you transmute it and move it out? So your job is this week, protect your energy, clear yourself every day. And if you can go through just a quick meditation where we let the white light clear all of our chakras, connect us between heaven and earth, and then we put the bubble of protection around us, and we ask Archangel Michael, who's here right now, laughing, and we're going to protect ourselves. So your job this week is to feel whatever you need to feel. There's no right or wrong with it. Just allow it to happen, but don't absorb the energy from all the stuff around you and start to internalize it. Because once you hold that energy, that's when you get sick. And our job is to protect ourselves, clear every day, morning and night, before you go to bed and when you first get up. And just take 30 seconds, a minute, please do that. And ask Archangel Michael to place that bubble of protection around you and to guide you wherever you go. So I'm going to share, I've been spending a lot of time in the hospital lately. I've got an older sister who had a stroke about 3 years ago, and she has fractured her leg and has been recovering. And she's not had mobility on her left side. So yesterday, I learned one of the superpowers that we've been talking about in my series that I did about for the last 10 weeks, finding joy in the small things. I think it was number 7. And yesterday, as we were just sitting, she was in her wheelchair and she's not had any mobility on the left side. She actually started moving her left arm this way up without even knowing that it was the arm that she couldn't move. And we called the physical therapist and the doctor, and they all came in, and she's never had that happen. So it was a small thing, but she and I didn't even realize that she was moving the arm that doesn't move. And it was such a shock that we couldn't wrap our heads around it. So you may be seeing small synchronicities and small miracles and small joy Dawn said we were going to see it, and I was like, yeah, right. I'm going to be in a hospital. What's going to happen? That's a miracle or something unexpected or a synchronicity. Well, I got a big joy in a very small thing. So we're going to go in and work it today and see how she does. But I'm expressing gratitude and joy in the small things. So let's get going with the messages today from the Akash. And this is kind of the higher wisdom. Okay. So this is a collective message. So take what resonates for you. And some of the guidance, and I pulled a card of kind of two oracle cards, and one is from the Lunar Nomad Oracle. Love this. And no surprise here, we've been talking about keys so much, and this is what you might see around you. This could be an energetic key in your meditations. You might actually be seeing keys in your dreams. You might see them around. And this is doorways moving forward, being locked in or out, offerings, and the go-ahead solution. It says the key to the kingdom is in your hand. You've been granted passage into untold wonder and untapped potential. Your palm tingles with anticipation at what you might discover on the other side. You could stand at the gate or bravely go inside. So what you might be experiencing around you right now, and many of us in these portals have been actually seeing keys, energetic keys. I've been seeing like baskets of keys. I don't know what to do with them yet. Maybe I'm supposed to hand them out, or maybe you are. I don't know. But if you were starting to see portals or keys around you, physical keys, or you come upon them in your dreams or in your waking hours, pay close attention to the messages of what's around those keys, because Spirit is really trying to get our attention to how do we open the doorways to expansion of the soul? How do we open those doors and unlock what might have been hidden from us? And what we've been talking about is there are going to be a lot of messages that are coming out, and we have to be still to listen. We have to be the observer. We can't get drawn into the drama. So the first message from the Akash is, if you start seeing a lot of messages, and specifically around doorways, keys, they are messages for you to pay attention to. Your soul is talking to you. On a higher level, maybe from a 5D perspective, I wanted to read you something from the Akash. And this is a unique deck from the Akashic Records Guidebook. I love this, and I use this a lot in the teaching that we're doing. And at a higher level, we've been talking about how relationships are shifting and who's going away and the grief that's associated with relationships ending. At a higher level, what the Akash is telling us is we are finding our soul family, okay? So you're in a period probably of shifting relationships where some are ending and you're making space for the new. So what you may be experiencing this week, and we've talked about this, is relationships shifting, ending, morphing, changing, but this is to allow the new to come in. And it's a process that has been going on for some time. So some of you may have already gone through quite a bit of it. I have. The definition is you may be feeling lonely or disconnected from family. This may be because of a soul level acknowledgement that you are desiring to connect with those who share the same harmonic coding or frequency as you. If you're feeling inspired to call in your soul family, it's likely because you need the support and the frequencies to move to the next level of your divine mission forward. So this community, we are all syncing our frequencies and our energies together because we are one spiritual community. And by being together, we're actually activating one another. So you may be an activator by opening up your energy and by closing out the old relationships that no longer serve you or resonate for you, because you were finding your soul family and your soul tribe, okay? So all of this is meant to happen for us, not to us. And so the grief of these relationships ending, they are siblings. I'm having that happen in my life. You may have marriages, you may have friendships. It's happened to me all over the board over the last 5 years. And At first, I didn't understand it, but now with the new soul tribe coming in, it's making all the sense in the world because we're meant to be together. We're harmonizing at the same frequency, and we are bringing in these light codes and these transmissions and these symbols and synchronicities because we're supposed to be leading the way as light workers. That is our job. And so part of this means we've got to let go of the old. So what you might be feeling this week is some excitement, maybe some fear, but also some grief. And if it's coming out, let it come. And it says, there are kindred souls with whom you've made a soul contract with, and to enjoy various incarnations together in the spirit of harmony in creating a divine community of love and support. So when this card appears, it means reunification. Now, for some of you, this might be a reunification of people from past lives. It could be a twin flame, a soulmate. However that's going to resonate for you, we are bringing in our soul tribe, and we are bringing in the new because that is on our path. So welcome in the small things and find joy in those new relationships that are bringing you immense joy and satisfaction because we are all meant to find one another. The why this is going on is, and I pulled from the Light Seers deck, just a few tarot cards. This is the Hanged Man, and you see this woman hanging upside down, and she's really more in observation. She's looking down at the water below. And we've been talking about over the last couple of months that the energy was pretty slow. We weren't really making a lot of forward progress. And we said probably in March and April, you're going to start seeing this whoosh of expansion and a lot of fast moving energy coming at us. And it's here, baby. So previously, we were kind of in a holding pattern of staying in hermit mode, spending time alone, being inside, indoors, because it's cold, especially in the United States right now. But right now, that's the why this kind of period of silence and hermiting has been going on. And it's allowed us time for observation, reflection, and we're coming out of that. All right. So the next step is, all right, action's coming, baby. This is a Knight of Wands, and this is an energy, a fast moving, fast paced energy, making things happen. Boom, 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 boom. So you may start to feel this energy shift where things are coming fast and furious, and pay attention to all the signs. Everywhere I drive, I see 444. Every day, I'm seeing 444, 444. It's very angelic. And so I'm starting to see, and you may be experiencing this, and we've been talking about it. It's starting to pick up, and the energy is starting to get really, really strong and action-oriented versus more muted, where we were more in a hold pattern. The outcome is, as all these energies are shifting and things are starting to move very fast, your job is to have discernment. This is a Queen of Swords, and this is another superpower. How do you have discernment on what's the right action to take, what's the right action not to take? And when you see a key, what do you do with it? And maybe it's an energetic key. So it's not potentially a physical key, but if you see opportunities being unlocked for you, do you walk through that door? Do you jump at it? Do you go at it with the Knight of Wands? So if you know spiritually there's a relationship, there's something that you're called to do, you're not exactly sure how to do it, your job is to discern, do I jump and do I go? How do I discern what this message is or what this opportunity is for me? And we talked about this in the superpowers. Discernment is one of those. And we talked about it in the context. How do you discern who's in the boat to support you as you are expanding the journey of the soul as a light worker? You chose to be here at this time, and we're all being activated. And so who do you discern is with you, and who do you discern is not with you? And the likely outcome, and what we don't see coming, which is, and two cards fell out. These are beautiful cards. The Fool fell out. So we're going to be called forth. There's going to be an opportunity for you to take a leap of faith. And the other card, yay, that came out is Justice. Okay. So there's something that needs to be balanced. And if you've been a giver and not a receiver, maybe this is a time for you to take a leap of faith to change that trajectory. If you have been in a situation where the scales have been unfairly balanced in a relationship, this is the time to take that leap of faith to change that. The universe is saying it's coming, And we're going to be balancing, whether you like it or not, something that's been out of balance in your life, okay? And so this could be a way of being, a belief system, but it's going to require all of us to have faith and to be able to jump and say, all right, I'm going to trust my instincts. I'm going to discern this is the right thing for me to do. Might not make sense, but you know what, people? I'm finding my soul tribe and my family, and I'm going for it. So you may see a key, you may see signs, I don't know yet. But again, from the energetic perspective, the Akash is telling us now is the time, and we've got all of the protection from Archangel Michael to give us the power and the strength and the wisdom to move forward. Some of the messages that they gave last night was make sure that you are watching the signs, you are protecting and clearing your energy every day, as we said. You're transmuting energy. So one of the things that we have to learn is how do we actually experience energy, but transmute it and turn it around and not internalize it and hold it. And that is a skill that all of us are practicing and honing. And they said, please be present. Big changes are coming quickly. You're going to need to see the big picture from above and not in the middle of it. So as we've been talking about, learning to sit above it as the observer, and when all this drama and chaos is happening, is that really true? So all the news and all the drama and all the stuff that's going on around us, we may not know if it's true or not, but take the eagle's perch, go up high, and look down on it from the perspective of the soul. What does this actually mean? They said, when events start to come, and they're coming, receive them through the heart. How does it make you feel? Don't go to the head, because that's a danger sign. Go to the heart, and how does it feel? Does it resonate? Does it feel okay? Keep your eye on the sky. And we said, what does that mean? And they didn't really specifically say, but I would anticipate that there is going to be more galactic presence and sightings and action that we're actually going to see in our material world. So keep your eye on the sky, keep your eye on the moon as well. And the messages from the full moon and the new moon that are coming, especially with the eclipses. And they said, at all times, keep your eye on the big picture. Don't sweat the small things. Look at the big picture of what's going on. And they said, self-care, protecting your energy, managing your stress, all of this is going to be happening and going to be incredibly important. They said, don't believe, feel. Don't believe what you hear around you or what people think you should believe. Feel it through the heart. Don't listen, just vibrate. And that's going to be really important to keep your meditations, your quiet time, and learn to understand where is your frequency. Don't listen, pay attention to the vibration. Don't catch, meaning don't catch all this strange energy around us. Transmute it and focus on your vibration, okay? Now, they said many of us, and you may be waking up tired, and the three of us that were on this call last night have been experiencing exhaustion. And what they're saying is many of us are traveling in our dreams. Many of us are working in our dreams. And they said, so if you're experiencing physical symptoms of ascension or you wake up tired, many of us are doing a lot of work in our night space. So make sure that you pay attention to that, but you're protecting yourself at all times. So their message was, we will get through all this. The energies are here for a purpose. And the mastery of all this from the soul's perspective is learn to navigate through them, allow them to come through, but transmute them, protect your energy, pay attention to signs, keys, angel numbers, pay attention to who's coming in from a soul perspective, and recognize that what we don't see coming is there is a lot of balancing, and some of this is karmic, but we're going to be asked to take a leap of faith towards some of these new relationships, and we're probably going to be letting go of some more things that we didn't even think of. But what I love about this, and I'll end here today, is we got Archangel Michael, baby. He is right here, and I love this guy, and he's with me all the time, and I feel him. Oftentimes, I feel this really white presence. It's like so strong, it almost wants to knock me over. And I know he's with me. So however he appears to you, whether it's a whisper, whether it's an energy or see a color, know that we're divinely protected. And no matter what's coming, and some things are going to happen in events where we're probably not going to make sense of them, but stay on the eagle's perch and know from the soul's perspective, you are exactly where you need to be. And we are being given guidance of how do we just navigate through this, because we got this. They didn't put us here to make us suffer. They put us here to be the leaders that we came to be. So I'm asking you today, step up your leadership game. We came here to lead as light workers. We came here to lead as souls who are leading people who don't know where to turn, who are lost. And you are seeing lots of lost souls around you acting out everywhere. I'm seeing it from drivers on the freeway to people in hospitals to people not being their best selves. However it's manifesting around you, know that you are the lighthouse. Know that you've been called to be this lighthouse for others who need you. And I'm asking and begging you, don't be the hanged man and don't be hermiting. It's time to go now. It's time to be out there and let your light shine. Are any of us perfect? Absolutely not. Do we have all the answers? Absolutely not. But Spirit is guiding us, guys. And the messages from the Akash are beautiful and they're practical and they make sense. So this is the message for today from the higher wisdom of the Akash. If anyone's actually interested in doing classes, we may be starting some different classes as part of this channel. If the Akashic Records is of interest to you, please drop a note below because we'll be looking at potentially offering some classes for those who really have an interest in tapping into their own records, but learning more about the wisdom of the Akash. And it's a fascinating story and fascinating energy to be associated with. But again, happy Wednesday, wherever you are around the world. And thank you for joining our channel. We love doing these and we love being a part of this community because we are all part of the soul family and we're all coming together. And so I'm so grateful for you. And again, tune in tomorrow. We'll be doing a couple of videos and then we'll be together live on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to connecting with you there. And again, stay safe, but lead and get out there because you know exactly what you need to do. And Archangel Michael's got your back. Can't go wrong. All right. Have a good Wednesday, everyone.